Japanese eel is a species of eel that originates from the waters of Japan. This fish has a body shape similar to a snake, and can grow up to more than 1 meter in length. Japanese eel usually inhabits shallow seawater, river estuaries, and deltas, as well as some lakes and reservoirs that are connected to the sea. This fish has high economic value in Japan, and is often used as a food ingredient, both in traditional and modern dishes. In addition, Japanese eel is also believed to have high nutritional value, and is often used in traditional medicine in several Asian countries. Unlike most eels in other countries, Japanese eels have a relatively large size. However, expensive raw materials, and difficult processing processes, make Japanese people usually enjoy these eels in restaurants, and never cook themselves. In this video, Teknologi will invite you to see the very famous Japanese eel breeding process in Japan. Catching eel seeds is carried out during the breeding season, namely in estuaries where sea water carries them to shore. Because catches are decreasing every year, and strict fishing regulations make these eel seeds so expensive. Young eels are priced at $80. These eels are often called glass eels because they have a transparent body. The glass eels will then be brought to the farm, to be raised for approximately 12 months, until they have a body large enough to be sold. Raising this many eels requires special care. In addition, with the number of eels that fill one pond, it can increase the risk of crop failure, when one eel is infected with a disease and will spread. Preferably, choose captivity that has a source of clean water and fresh air, because it is a very important factor in Japanese eel farming. One of the quite large Japanese eel farms is Yamada Suisan, which is located in Kagoshima Prefecture on the nature-rich island of Kyushu. This farm can cultivate 1,000 tons per year, in 5 adjacent eel farms. One of the interesting things about this largest Japanese eel farm is that the farm does not use chemicals and antibiotics, so as to produce eel that is truly safe and of high quality. However, the main challenge for eel breeders is to create an environment that does not expose eels to disease. This makes workers have to dedicate 24 hours of their time to take care of eels by observing how do eels eat and the smell from the pool, so that if there is a change, the workers will know about it and immediately separate eels that have different behavior, so they don't spread throughout the pond. The spring water used in the pool comes from clean water, from the Karasuma mountain area, which is safe to drink directly. With the installation of modern facilities, it is possible for breeders to regulate the temperature and quality of water. Each pool can accommodate up to 30,000 eels. Meanwhile, this farm has 150 ponds, so that in total it can produce 4.5 million. The eels were given food twice, namely at 4 a.m. in the morning, and 3:15 p.m. in the afternoon. Workers are ready to harvest after 1 year, and eels have grown large enough to be sold. The harvesting process begins with setting up nets, and gathering eels to the corner of the pond. Next, the worker attaches a hose and sucks it in with a pump. Then, distribute it to the production room. In the production room, several workers have lined up ready to sort eels based on their size. Workers can sort by touching them with their hands. Each eel generally weighs about 200 grams. The eels that are still small in size will be collected in the bottom basket and returned back to the pond. Meanwhile, eels that weigh sufficiently will be weighed and given ice cubes to lull the eels to sleep during the delivery process, or used as a natural anesthetic, so that the eels will stay fresh while at the restaurant. Apart from being sold in restaurants in big cities, eels is also distributed to big factories for processing kabayaki. The newly arrived eel will be cleaned of the eel's internal organs and bones. Then 2 workers will set it on the conveyor to enter the first kiln, which is up to 6 meters long. Next, workers will turn it over and put it back into the second roasting. Even though using a machine, the heat generated from this machine still comes from the charcoal. In the next series of machines, eel will be sprayed with hot steam for the next few minutes. The eel storage room will be wrapped in airtight plastic and locked with a seal. Each box contains 25 eels. The eel in this package can be consumed for the next few months without preservatives, as long as it is stored at -18 degrees Celsius.